Good morning, everybody. This is Talking Sports with Big C, your host, Colin Big C MacGuire. We're going to be on until 8 o'clock this morning. To be on the show, all you got to do is call 334-799-4922, 334-799-4922. Also, we have a YouTube channel called Alabama's Biggest Fan. Sign up for it is free, and we're also on JockJive Sports. Go there on YouTube, subscribe to it. It's free, so you'll be able to watch us one or two ways. And also, we got another source, Alabama Football with Facebook page, Alabama Football with legendary Big C Colin MacGuire with local sports. And join us there. And speaking of local sports, that's what we're going to talk about early today, or this first segment of the show. We're going to talk, and I want to thank Butler County Sports Network. We got this information from them. They do a great job, and they're on Facebook also. All right, the Georgiana boys going into last night's game was 15-2 and ranked number 2 in the for the Alabama Sports Writers Association. Played number 5 Red Level, who was 9-5, and they won last night by about 15 points. But anyway, they beat them, so now Georgiana is 16-2, and Red Level is 9-6. Roll Portal Roll. Oh man, they got to do something about that. It's too much. But anyway, the Lady Eagles of Fort Dale are now number 9 in the state, and they are playing at Bessemer Academy tonight. I think smart. They played Bessemer, both the boys and the girls at Fort Dale played them a few weeks ago, and it might have been last month. I think it was. But anyway, they played them on a Saturday down here. Somebody that's that far, I think it's a good idea to play them on a Friday or Saturday night if you can, or Saturday afternoon, because that's a 2.5-hour ride up there. So, or right at 2.5 hours. And anyway, good morning, big man, and all sports fans. I like that, John Dent, and I like the coffee cups there too. Thank you, Craig. Roll Tide, roll Portal, roll. This thing's they're gonna have to fix this. It's just crazy. But anyway, all right, but yeah, yeah, you go, you play 4. You think about it, like mentioned earlier. I went over to Fort Dale one day, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Got home after 9 o'clock. That's a long way. Gosh, you play them at all 4 games, boys and girls, JV and varsity. You'd have to leave before school was out to go do all those games. And I don't know. That's a good question. I'm going to find out one way or the other. They play, but I mean, you think about it. You go at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, get up there and start playing at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Get off at 9. And then probably stop meeting. You get home on midnight during a school night, which is not a good idea in my opinion. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents worth there. And Georgiana junior guard Noah Nelson received an offer to continue his basketball career at Carolina Christian College in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Congratulations on that. And anyway, the Butler County Sports Network Athletes of the Week are Noah Nelson Jr. from Georgiana and Hayden Bozeman. I don't know what year she is. I think I wouldn't go along with that. He might use that as a reason to get out of there. I don't see any coach wants immunity from any potential NCAA findings in his new contract. Good morning, Lewis. How you doing, big man? I like your comment, Craig. I do and don't, but it's smart, clever comment. I'll say that. But anyway, sophomore athlete Bobby Bedgood Jr. of Greenville has received an offer from Jacksonville State, and he also has offers from UAB, UNA, and Alabama State. Congratulations. You got to keep on working hard to make sure you keep those offers. And then Fort Dale seniors Parker and Owen McNeil continue their baseball careers. Will be playing at Coastal, Alabama. Good morning, everybody. 35, sunny here in the V. All right. According to the computer, is sunny down here, and it's 40 according to the phone here in Greenville. So at least it's almost like a heat wave right now. But anyway, let's do this again. Seniors and their identical twins, Parker and Owen McNeil of Fort Dale, will continue their baseball careers at Coastal, Alabama, and Bay Minette, Alabama. It was when I was in high school, and when I was at Marion Institute, we played them down there, but it was known as Faulkner State. Back in the late 60s, it was known as Yancey State. They changed it to Faulkner State. Now I don't know why now it's called Coastal Alabama, but them, what was formerly known as Jeff Davis Junior College in Bruton, is now known as Coastal Alabama, and that's something I need to talk to. Now there seems to be portal players coming to Bama, and more likely so not to worry about those turncoats leaving. Well, I want since you brought that up, John. The thing I remember back in the day, when teams went on probation, one that could have had a mass exodus, and I still didn't think they were going to be that good was when Oklahoma went on probation in the spring of 1973, and Chuck Fairbanks went to the New England Patriots. They hired a fellow who I never heard of at the time, named Barry Switzer. And because of what they got now, they didn't have that back then. So he was taking over a team that I didn't know was loaded as it was. Went 10-0-1, and they had a tie against Southern Cal, but they might have been the best team in the country. And they did not go to bowl game for 2 years, and they were not on television until after January. Well, the 1973 season they were on TV, but after that, in 74 and 75, when they won the national championships, only time you got to see them play was they played in the Orange Bowl on January the 1st, 1976 against Michigan, and won 14-6. And they were able to be on television then after, but it was, I don't know how it was. The technicality was in 74 and 75 seasons they could not play on TV. And on that night when they played them, and they had a good team, they didn't overpower Oklahoma. On offense, they didn't overpower them. On defense, they were dominant. Plus, you had the two Selman brothers playing for them, and a guy named Jimbo Elrod, who was a consensus All-American, also playing for Oklahoma, and he just couldn't do it. But in about a minute or two, we're going to get Braxton on the phone and talk to him. But anyway, yeah, that was congratulations on these youngsters getting offers and signing up and everything. And it's a nice deal to get your education. I don't know how much they pay for it at these junior colleges, but getting some of it paid for is really a good thing. There's Braxton's number. All right, we're going to give Braxton a call. we'll be calling Kerry up after him. I hope we don't have to hang up on him.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have...
I should have. I hope he's not sleeping in. We're gonna give him a few minutes. We're gonna talk. We always have Braxton on Friday mornings at this time. He's what I consider our Atlanta Braves contributor and also Major League Baseball contributor. We do got some Atlanta Brave news to talk about. I'll give him a minute or two to try to call back. I hope I should have mentioned something about be awake. I don't know why he was sleeping in or whatever. I hope he was just going to the bathroom and come back. But we'll try this back again in a few minutes. And if he don't come on out, that's a classic comment. Oh, is he already? Well, getting that quarterback transferring from Washington didn't help matters any. Golly, they need to work it out where they just, when you sign the first year, you're bound. You can't transfer. This is ridiculous. I think that's all I'm gonna say about that right now. Golly. Well, they got Ty Simpson and this other guy that's pretty good there. I hope they stay. We'll be down to 4 quarterbacks now. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, bye. But I mean, I think this thing, it's like I mentioned earlier about Oklahoma when they went on probation in 1973. You didn't have the transfer portal and had a mass. You would have probably had a mass exodus of people leaving because they could not play in a bowl game for 2 years. They were not on television for 2 years. But yet that was Barry Switzer, and they went like 32-1-1 those 3 years and won 2 national championships and 3 Big 8 championships. Okay. Well, I hate that guy left, but bye. That's all we'll say about that. They're going to have to change this. This is too much. It's insane. Somebody wasn't using their noggin on this thing. Gave them too much leeway, in my opinion. And yeah, you're right on that. And the portal is too. I mean, the NIL is too. All right, I'm gonna try to call Braxton back in a second or two. Where's the phone? Now I can't find it. There we go. All right, let's see if we can find Braxton again. I'm gonna give it 4 rings and then I'm gonna hang up and then I'm gonna text him.
Your call has...
Okay, he's not. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna text him right now. But anyway, I don't want to say much. Yeah, hey BLT, thank you, Brian. But no, it's like I said, like in 1973, you probably would have had a mass exodus of people leaving Oklahoma if you had this idiotic rule in place. When the coach leaves, Alabama probably would have been number 2 in recruit. Well, they were, but now it's going to drop because of this stupid rule they got here. And I don't know, to me, like when you sign a scholarship, it's almost like signing a contract. That's what I want to know. But anyway, let's see. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and have Carrie's contact ready to go in case if Braxton does not come back. But anyway, their general manager is signed on, and I wish and I'm not going to go into any details. I'll let Braxton do all that because it's sort of confusing the way the contract does. I mean, I think it's what it was. It was more of an extension more than signing a new contract because the way how he was describing it last night, it sounded more like an extension, extended on to several different years. But anyway, yeah. No, they gonna have to do something, and I'm gonna try to see what Kerry knows about that. All right. Okay. Well, we got his number down. All we got to do is call him in about 3 minutes from now. You know what? I'm gonna wait about another minute or two, and if Braxton doesn't, oh my, sorry about that. When a coach leaves and retires, it does. I don't know. I don't know if that's really. I don't know if that. I really don't. I don't know. What's your opinion of that? I don't mean personally. I don't like it, and I sure don't like it now. And just, yeah, they got a 30-day window, and it's going pretty rough right now. We'll weather the storm, and he knows how to play the transfer portal himself. So, hopefully, we'll get some players back that are pretty good, and it will help. One good thing about them is you'll get people that are let me get myself a little more centered up, but we'll get people more get more with a lot of experience, so that does help. Yeah, when a player leaves, the coach retires. Yeah, they gave him that. I didn't know that until after somebody called me up the other day. I don't know. But yeah, that's one thing a lot of people said on this rule. I want to see what Kerry was for all this, and I'm wondering now what his opinion of it is now. But anyway, let's go ahead and just give him a call now.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, man? I thought maybe we could call you a couple of minutes early. How you doing this morning?
Oh, pretty good, I guess. Trying to get ready for work.
Okay. How long can we talk to you, too?
I mean, I don't really have much to say today, so maybe about 2 minutes.
Oh, gosh.
I'm trying to get ready for work, man.
All right. Tell us, do we need to switch you another time earlier, or what do we need?
I think go down to 1 day a week.
All right. Well, what day would that be for you?
Monday.
Okay. Can I ask you this? I know a lot is going on up there with this transfer stuff and all that. Did I understand somebody that we signed that's supposed to be really good at quarterback is leaving, and all of a sudden is that what? Or have you heard that yet?
I did see where Julian Saying is going in the portal. Yes, the quarterback. These people signed, unbeknownst to me, I guess. they signed to play for Nick Saban, not the University of Alabama, and I didn't realize that.
Well,
Finding it out now, though.
Yeah, that's pretty hard now. When I don't know. I know if the coach can leave, the players should all leave. But I don't. Gosh, I don't know. I never was really a big gung ho about that idea. But
What idea?
Well, the players can go also, or like when I don't know. We're just getting picked apart. It looks like.
So they should be stuck here playing for somebody they don't want to play for?
No, I guess not. Guess not. If they're not happy, they need to leave. You're right.
When he brought in his Washington quarterback yesterday,
I don't understand why he
that
did
was the equivalent of telling saying "screw you."
Well, I don't know. Well, we won't get into more on
We're
that.
we're going a different direction.
Yeah. Well.
Enjoy the scout team. So he said, "No, I'm gonna go somewhere where I know I can start."
Well,
I don't blame him.
Well.
And he won't be the last.
Yeah.
He's number 26, and there'll be 10 or 15 more right behind him.
Wow. Well.
Far from over.
Well,
Now, that being said, there's people coming in from Washington that are on campus right now, a starting center and a starting cornerback and a starting wide receiver, all of which are as good or better than what was lost.
Yeah.
So, to me, the only ones that really hurt right now that are gone, that really hurt, are the left tackle Proctor and the safety Downs, and they're working on getting Downs to stay.
Still? Wow.
Still working on him. He hadn't left yet. So he's talking to Ohio State, he's talking to Georgia, but he's also talking to Alabama. So that one is not over with yet on Downs. I think it is on Proctor. He doesn't know this offensive line coach, and in his mind, he was here to play for Saban, not Alabama, and so that's how they all are looking at it. Not all of them. Some of them have said we're going to be here regardless of what.
Glad of that. We want those guys here.
That's not as many as you would like to hear it from, though. That's 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
So, look, we're going to have a team this fall. I can promise you that. And even with the people that are leaving, once the smoke clears and other people have come in and took their place from Washington, Michigan, Arizona, South Alabama, and even maybe LSU, because their coach is supposedly going to interview for the Michigan job once it becomes open. Once the new players are all here and the dust settles and all that, Bama's still going to be in the 12-team playoffs.
Yep.
Now, if it was 4, I would not say that. I'll admit it.
Oh, yeah.
But with it going to 12, I still think Bama's going to be one of the 12.
Wow.
I mean, Milroe's still going to be here.
Yeah.
And Malachi Moore's still going to be here. And they got one of the best freshman kickers in the country that redshirted last year. They got the best offensive line coach in the country, the best wide receivers coach in the country, the best offensive coordinator and quarterback coach in the country. So everybody thinks the sky's falling, and that's right. They can do that. Go read Job. But
read what now?
Job, the book of Job.
Oh,
the Bible.
yeah.
Go read that. Things can be worse, and
well, you're right.
They're going to get better, but right now they just sound bad. And again, A, they're still going to have a team, and B, I'm going to say until they get at least 3 losses, that they're going to be in the 12-team playoffs. So I feel like they've got a great coaching staff, and they've still got the foundation of a very good football team. And they're still Alabama. People are acting like this is another Shula era. This is not what this is.
I don't understand them saying that. They don't.
This guy was the national champion runner-up. This guy is 104-12 as a head coach.
Yeah.
This is not Mike Shula. It's not on the job training. He knows what he's doing. People need to get over it.
Yep, you're right.
And if you don't, take your sorry butts to the other side of the state and pull for them.
Wow, I like your comment.
I said it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Get you a trailer in Lee County and pull for them. If you can't stay behind Alabama during this 2 or 3 weeks of tough times.
Yep.
Get over it.
Yeah, well, I will say this. Alabama fans are really spoiled. Bad.
They are.
Bad.
They are.
I'll admit that.
But they're going to be pleasantly surprised with this coaching staff.
Well, I'm not really worried. Only thing that bothers me is all this negativity going on outside. The negative noise, the coaching, and all that don't bother me.
Well, if you have decent players and good coaches, you're going to win ball games.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, what if they go 9-3 this year? Okay, it's 1 year. People will start wanting to come here. People already want to come here. Look, it's going to be fine. There ain't never going to be another Saban.
Yeah, you're right.
But they went out there and they got the guy that was the best they could get, considering who was available. Kirby was not available.
Now, all right. When you say that about him, anybody thought he was coming to Alabama's totally insane or stupid as all get out. I never thought of him coming back here.
He's not going anywhere, but he would have gone to the Falcons before he went to Alabama.
I agree with you on that.
But he's not going anywhere because the Falcons getting ready to hire Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
So Kirby's not going anywhere, nor should he. He's built a juggernaut.
Yeah.
And they'll be right back in the playoffs this year with a 12-team deal.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it won't surprise me based on the portal and recruiting and all that. It won't surprise me at all if the SEC championship game in Atlanta this December is Georgia and Ole Miss,
mm-hmm.
or Texas and Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
It could be. I don't really think Alabama's going to be in that game, but I do think Alabama will do well enough in the regular season to get invited to the 12-team playoff.
Yeah.
In fact, I think the only thing that's changed with Saban leaving is Alabama might not get a bye in the first round. There may be an extra home game at Bryant-Denny now.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the end of the world.
No, it's not. But a lot of people are acting that way.
Well, look, they can look. Fans are fickle.
Oh, that's an understatement.
Remind your listeners what fan is short for.
Fanatic.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Look, this too shall pass. Let it play out. Any kind of saying you want to say to calm yourselves down, calm yourselves down. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, well,
we're still Alabama,
mm-hmm.
and this ain't Shula.
Yep.
This DeBoer guy can flat out coach.
Yep.
We had a guy on the radio the other day named Dave Bartu. He's from College Football Matrix. It's a national coaches scouting center. All they do is scout coaches. And he has Kalen DeBoer ranked as the #1 head coach in the country based on a combination of recruiting and game day.
Wow.
And the job he did at Washington and the job he did before that at Fresno State.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fine. People just need to chill out.
You're right on that.
Slow down, take a chill pill, and get over it. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Okay. And I'll tell you something else. People worried about Auburn. Well, listen, by the time Auburn gets to Bryant-Denny this fall, Alabama's going to be gelled and rolling and going to whip their butts just like they always do at Bryant-Denny. So if you're worried about the Iron Bowl, you can put that worry aside. They got issues on that side of the state as well.
Yeah.
Particularly on the coaching staff, but even with the players as well. So,
mm-hmm.
you know, the attitude in the locker room is way better right now in Tuscaloosa than it is in Auburn. I will tell you that, and I'll go to my grave thinking that.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
The oracle has spoken.
I like it, big man. You've done a great job. And
that's good radio, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Tell it, Kerry. And Lewis Wood said the same thing.
Sometimes I just have to get on the soapbox for a minute.
Well, you've done a great job. You really helped add to the show, and I can't disagree with what all you said there.
Well, I'll do it again at my show at 11 o'clock today.
Oh, good.
P-Town Sports Daily. Get the app, Tide 100.9 FM, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Well, you're home for Crimson Tide Sports.
Well, and thank you for being on Big C, talking sports with Big C, and you definitely added to the show today. And I didn't know, and I'm glad we were.
People needed to hear that, Big C.
They do.
People on both sides of the Iron Bowl needed to hear that.
Yeah.
A, we're going to be fine. B, we ain't worried about you.
Yeah.
Oh, and one last thing, Auburn. you're not getting Ryan Williams.
You think that we're going to get him, big man?
He's going to be on campus in just a few hours for the second time this week, and he's bonding with the new staff. One of his best friends is already enrolled, Jalen Mbakwe from Clay Chalkville High School.
Yeah.
And now I'm hearing that Alabama may offer his high school quarterback that's a junior. So we will see how all that goes. But things are looking up in the Ryan Williams department in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Let's just say that.
Okay, good. All right. Well, thank you for being on here, and we'll talk. All right, we'll just make it on Mondays. Friday sounds like it's hard. I'm glad you were able to do this today, but sounds like Fridays is going to be a rough time to talk to you. But I'm glad you were able to let her rip today.
Well, I did.
You did. All right. Well, you have a great day, Kerry, and thank you for being on here, and we'll talk to you Monday.
All right, Big C. Roll Tide. Great weekends. Talk to you later.
See you. Bye. All right. Wow. That was really good. I hope a lot of folks got to hear that. And if they didn't, all I got to do is go back after the show. We got it on YouTube. On Talkin. All right, on YouTube. We're on YouTube, and it's JockJive Sports. Subscribe to it. It's free, and you'll be able to see the replay of it. And also, you can see the replay of it on Alabama football on Facebook. Alabama football with legendary Big C Colin MacGuire with local sports. Hello, Brian. How you doing?
How you doing, BC?
How you doing? Did you hear Kerry talk just then or not?
I heard him, yeah. I heard that Williams kid from Saturday maybe coming back to Alabama.
Well, I think he said that he thinks he is, and I think it sounds pretty encouraging with what's going on. And even though Caden Downs is in the transfer portal, he sounds like they might be able to get him to come back. If they do, that would be a big bonus there.
Yeah. But I wish Julian Sand would have stayed.
Well, let him go. If he don't want to be here, and it's like Kerry said, it looks like, and I'm glad we had Saban, and I'm glad he was able to get the players to come here. But obviously, it looks like it's more. I can understand that they want to play for him. But if they want to do that, let them go. But
this transfer portal, they're just running football. That's the problem. They're running football.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah,
Alabama got a quarterback from Washington coming in, 6'6", 230.
Yeah, I saw him. He's pretty lanky looking. He needs to put a little more weight on himself. It looks like to me.
I don't wonder how long their day game's gonna be.
Oh, he'll be there, and if everybody's remember,
it'll be in April, though.
Yeah,
it'll be in April. I went to it last year.
Well, I didn't make it last year, but I'll definitely make it one way or the other this year.
Yeah, so you're gonna have Merrill playing. You're gonna have Simpson. Gonna pop Simpson. I don't know. He might be.
No, I don't think he'll leave. I don't, and I hope that this Longren guy hangs on too.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I heard he's pretty good.
Yeah, he is. He's not bad at all.
You talked to Braxton this morning, Braxton?
No, I did not. I tried to get a hold of him, but I guess he fell asleep. I'll give him a call later on. Maybe he might call back before we get off here. If he does, that'd be great. I hope he does. The door is wide open for him still on that. But no, anyway, what else is going on sports-wise?
Today's Dolly Parton's birthday today. She's 78 today. Dolly Parton, the singer.
Yeah, that's right. That's unreal that she's 78 years old. Wow.
She played that movie Step Magnolias, working 9 to 5.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We know about her movie and music career and Dollywood and all that. She's she's pretty set up, pretty good financially. She ain't got nothing to worry about at all.
Yeah, my cousin Jeff Foshee, he's a coach at Tiger Academy now. I'm proud of my cousin Jeff Foshee.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Well, big man, yeah, Dolly Parton, Jolene. But anyway, thank you for calling. Just keep
I
us.
think the Buffalo. Think tomorrow you got
Yeah,
they
go
play
ahead, tell
tomorrow
us.
afternoon. The Ravens play the Texas tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, all right,
I'm going with Texans. I'm gonna say the Texans versus the Lions in the Super Bowl this year.
okay, all right. We'll remember that. Thank you, big man. Appreciate you
All right,
calling.
going to roll
Yes,
and go
sir.
Greenwood Tigers.
Yes, sir. Bye bye.
Uh,
I know the Greenville fans like that. And this guy's from Eclectic saying that. But anyway, yeah, they got a lot of talent still around up there. Just hopefully they'll be able to keep a lot of them still around up there. They do. That's good. Be able to, but like we said about that quarterback that was from California. Yeah, I like this. What John Dent said. Remember, folks, in the portal is one step they may stay. Yep. Just sort of explore their options or whatever. But anyway, I did now. That'd be wild if Caleb Downs still decides to stay. I don't know. They were trying to say he's gone to Georgia, but I don't know what the deal is on that is. We'll just wait and see how that all transpires. But anyway, let's see what we got. Oh, let's see what else we got here. I got some other stuff written down here now. If Braxton calls in, that'll be fine. Oh, well, let's go ahead and do this. Alabama played LSU in women's basketball last night. Yeah, he's probably at work. And they lost to the number 10 team, who was the defending national champions, by the score of 78-58. And believe it or not, Alabama was ahead of them by 1 point at the half, and then they got outscored 22 points in the second half to win by 21, excuse me. I can't play math right. I need the abacus. That's funny. Yeah, I'd say his blood pressure probably went up on that one. Anyway, all right. It was LSU 78, Alabama 58. Field goals, Alabama was 15 out of 52 for 28.8%, while LSU was 26 out of 69 for 37.7%. 3-point shots, Alabama was 5 out of 20. LSU's 4 out of 14%. Alabama was 25%. LSU was 28.6%. Now, I don't, like I mentioned the other day when they lost to Auburn, talking about Louisiana Tech, they went 0 for 2 for shooting on three-pointers, and then they went 4 for 14. Now, the day they played Iowa in the national championship game, it was unbelievable. Everything they were throwing up was going in. And I mean, throw shots. That is, was going in through the net. String music, as Joe Dean used to say. But anyway, they let's see. Let's get ourselves more centered. I don't know why I'm doing that. But anyway, free throws, Alabama was 23 out of 28 for 82.1%, while they were 22 out of 31 for 71%. Rebounds, they were out rebounded real bad. Alabama got 37, they got 53 on offense. Alabama got 13, they got 25, so they had second chance points on that. And then on defense, they got 14 and they got 28. So they got out rebounded really bad. Could not shoot the ball well. Assist, Alabama had 8. LSU had 14. re what's that? Steals. LSU had 12 to Alabama's 5. Blocks. Alabama did a little better on that. Had 9 blocks to their 4. What does this mean? Anyway, uh, points in the paint. This is really one stat that really stands out. LSU had 38 points in the paint to Alabama's 14. See, fouls, 25 to 21, no technical fouls. The largest lead for Alabama was 3 in the first half, and like I mentioned earlier, they were up by 1 point at the half, then got outscored 21 points in the second half to win by 20. Alabama had a 3-point lead at 1 point, and then LSU had 24. And I was more listening to it than watching it, but yeah. And the thing that's funny was you didn't really get a good shot at either coach in Alabama because the benches were the camera from up above was behind, so you had to. So you basically saw their backside. You didn't see their face very much at all. Really, the best view you got of both coaches was at the end of the game when they were talking to each other. And I wish I could have seen this, but I didn't get to see it. It was a picture of both of them when they were both coaches, assistant coaches under Leon Barrymore at LSU. I mean, at Louisiana Tech, excuse me. Both those women are natives of Louisiana. Coach Curry is from, she played, I think, at Louisiana Monroe, but got into the coaching business and did a pretty good job of it. But what we're going to do in a minute or two, we're going to start doing the women. I said men's, but we're going to do women's standings in basketball since they played last night. South Carolina is 4-0, 16-0 overall. LSU is 4-1, 17-2 overall. Vanderbilt is 4-1, 17-2. Tennessee is 4-1, 11-6. Texas A&M is 2-2, 14-3. Arkansas is 2-2, and they're 14-5. Ole Miss is 2-2, and they are 15-5. Let's see, after that, Alabama's 2-3, 15-5 overall. We're doing the conference record first. That's right, big man. Conference record first. Yeah, Mississippi State's 2-3 and 15-5. Missouri's 2-3 and they're 11-7. Almost like 7-11. Florida is 1-3, 10-6 overall. Kentucky's 1-3, 8-10. Auburn's 1-4, 12-6, and Georgia is 1-4 and 10-8. And you know what's sort of wild is Georgia. In the day was really, really good. They had a coach now the name of Andy Landers, and I don't know if he's in the College Basketball Hall of Fame, but he ought to be. He really had a good record. Ole Miss had a guy named Van Chancellor that was really a good coach, and they had a real good program at one time. I don't know what Florida's ever had. I know, let's see, what is I want to say? Florida, all right, I had a game program from the 1979 Alabama-Florida game, and I don't know where it's at now. It's probably long gone. But anyway, the deal was, where are we going with this? Oh. That was when Charlie Pale was down there. But anyway, the basketball coach, the basketball coach was a young lady named Mickey DeMoss down there, and she also coached at Kentucky, and then she was an assistant coach at Auburn back in the 80s. I don't know where she is now, but she played. Yep, I see that. Well, let him go, Tammy. If he don't want to be there, uh, let him go. I hate that, but I don't know. I uh, just this portal thing. They're gonna have to tighten it up somehow, some way. It's crazy. It's like I was saying earlier, Tammy, that back in the day you couldn't transfer like you can now. I was thinking that Barry. Yeah, he's on the horizon, big man. He's coming in today. Uh, he, but anyway, but where are we going? Oh, okay. We're just talking about women's basketball right now. Now, what's his name? Rick Moody was a pretty good coach up there. Now, when I was in school up there, was a guy named Ed Nixon. I liked him. I took a course called coaching basketball, and one period of the time he came in the classroom and taught. I don't know if he did that the whole time. He might have been. He was a good guy. He was from Mississippi originally. I don't know where Big Ed is now. Hopefully he's still kicking around. He was a good guy. Really liked him. I knew. Speaking of small world in a way, young lady when I was in school up there named Beverly White, who was from Loretto, Tennessee, played, and then she had a sister named Jennifer White, who ended up starting off on a national championship team, maybe two of them down at Louisiana Tech. She coached for a little while down there, and then I think she became a head coach. She was a grad assistant. And anyway, come on, I don't know why I'm leaning that way for. Okay, let's do this. Let's get ourselves back better there. All right. But anyway, she played with Mulkey down there. Both of them were guards. Jennifer was the shooting guard, and when they played, who was it? Southern Cal for the national championship, she really was scorching the nets in the first half. I can't remember what she did in the second half. They shouldn't have lost that game. They were up by 11 going in at halftime. This was April the 3rd, 1983, we're talking about on national television. But, in South Carolina, Dawn Staley, I'm trying to remember who she played for, college. I think she played for Temple, but she's at South Carolina and's done really, really well as the head coach there at South Carolina. But, of course, know about Kim Mulkey. She coached at, we'll talk about her real quick. She was from Hammond, Louisiana, went to Louisiana Tech. They won 2 national championships and had a runner-up spot and then a Final Four spot the 4 years she was there. The 4 years she was in high school, they went 4-0 for state championships. And then she became a grad assistant at Louisiana Tech for a long time and then finally took over at Baylor and turned them around real quick. The year before, they were 7-20. And they had a winning record the first year, and then from that point on, kept on building on and on and on. And finally ended up winning 3 national championships there. But anyway, that's what's going on there. But let's see what time is it. Oh yeah, we gonna have somebody coming on in a few minutes. But now I liked what Kerry had to say today. He really told it like it was. And I think a lot of Alabama fans need to listen to him on that. I think Yeah, for some reason, all of a sudden the sky is falling. It's not. But anyway, that's what's going on there. Yeah, he's right. They played for the national championship. Now they didn't do too well in that game. I'll admit that. Part of it was Michigan, and part of it was the quarter. I tell you what, I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember the game, and they were down 20-13, and Michigan got called for pass interference, but also Washington got called for holding, so that negated that play. If that play had counted, I don't know. It could have been a different outcome. Now, I will admit they were having a hard time stopping them, but I think everybody had a hard time stopping them. Yeah, rudder time's on its way, big man. On its way. But let me get myself. I'm trying to get myself more situated up. I need to. Yeah, there we go. But anyway, yeah, we're going to be having high school baseball coming around the corner pretty soon. I need to talk to the coaches today about that. Let's see, it's almost 9 o'clock. Well, it's 8:51 to be exact. Just sort of looking around. I'm glad the temperature is a lot better today. Tomorrow and Sunday's going to be pretty bad around here. I like your hairball. I like that, big man. John, you're a mess. I'm glad you're on here watching the show. You definitely, all y'all add to this. Yep, it's coming up. Speaking of that, your timing just right, big man. Hey, big man, how are you?
Happy Friday, Big C. How are you doing today?
Doing great. How are you, Jimmy Rudder?
What's up?
You, I wish you, were you listening to the show earlier today or not?
No, I'm unable to, Big C.
Well, that's okay. I wish you need to, if you can, we can put it on Facebook Live, and also let's go ahead and let you and all the other folks know. We're also going to be on Jock. Let's see, they're on YouTube, and the name of the show is JockJive Sports. Go on there and sign up for it. It's free. It don't cost you a dime, and we show it live. And
live on YouTube?
Yeah, live on YouTube right now, along with Facebook. And,
cool.
And you need to watch what he had to say. He got fired up, but it was really good.
Who got fired up today?
Kerry did.
Kerry Clark?
Yes.
I'll probably hear some of it today during the lunchtime hour when he
Oh
has
no!
his show.
Oh yeah, you watch his show. He said he's gonna repeat what he said today.
That's what I think.
At 11 o'clock, you need to listen to it. And what?
He's been very, very upbeat so far. During this process of
why
changeover.
All right, let me ask you a question. Why should you be negative?
Well, I mean, it's easy to get down when you're losing all your players to different places.
Well,
all those players made up our team that we had when Coach Saban was there. It's sad to me that these players come to Alabama just to play for Coach Saban instead of coming to Alabama.
That's what it is. And I hate to admit this. The problem you got today is they don't care about what school is. What they do care about is who can get them up to the next level. And that's what Saban was able to do. He was their vehicle, or Alabama was their vehicle with him being in charge here. And he was in charge, there's no doubt about that, to get them to the next level.
Well, not only that, these days they're worried about money, and this NIL crap is not the way it was designed to be.
No.
And these people, in my book, these people are cheating. all these people that are recruiting our players
Oh yeah,
with money are cheating,
yeah, they
just
are
like it was in the old days when people were
buying
cheating with
players.
money. It's to
Well,
me, it's just as much cheating as it was back then.
yeah.
Somebody needs to go get a hold of this,
Well, I tell you,
get control of it.
I tell you what. Somebody said there was a guy named Jimmy Hyman's, and I mentioned his article the other day. It's on a website called Off the Hook, and that's a Tennessee website. And he's from Knoxville, but what he said, I agree. They need to have a like in the NBA and the NFL, you got a salary cap. And he
Yep.
said they need a salary cap, and what it is would be $25 million per team in the Power Five conferences, maybe 15 on the other five, and then I don't know what you do with FCS. But anyway, and you divide it out between the 85 scholarship players, and you do it monthly. And I mean, it's going. I can't do all the math, but you divide 85 players into $25 million is a lot of money, and it would make it. And the thing is, you'd have everybody would be happy. You wouldn't cause any kind of dissension because everybody's making the same. I mean, I know you'd hate to do it that way, but I mean, I just don't think one player ought to be making more than the other. Like, I mean,
Well, that makes too much sense, Big C.
well, I know it does, but they're gonna have to do something because if they don't, it's
It's clean words. I mean, this portal crap with Alabama being able to be poached upon,
yeah,
and same thing with Washington.
yeah.
That's just not right. Alabama should be able to go somewhere and get a player
Well, they
if
gonna.
they can't
They can get
from they can't get somebody. The other teams can't put people in the portal now. They can
no,
get people out of the portal, but they can't. Other teams can't put nobody in the portal.
no. What? Well, he was mentioning like, well, now you got South Alabama. He was also saying that LSU, if if Harbaugh goes to the pros, Brian
Yeah.
Kelly's a major league candidate. So it'd be interesting to see what let LSU get a taste of that.
Well, I mean, it's a crazy thing to happen.
I know it
There's
is.
30 days after your coach gets hired, they can go.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. After he leaves, that's right. I don't know.
And that's just not fair. I mean, if Coach Saban could have done that after the spring,
Would have been all right.
when the portal reopened again, and those 30 days would be open during those 30 days, he wouldn't have hurt us. But he didn't think about that. I don't guess.
Well, I don't know. Well, but there, you need to listen to Kerry at 11 o'clock up there on that show of his.
I do. I listen to that just about every day.
Well, you definitely need to listen to it today because I'm not able to describe it, but you'll feel a lot better after hearing him.
Okay. Well, I'm starting to go get the attitude that, hey, they didn't want to stay at Alabama.
Why not? Well,
See ya. We're gonna do it without you.
well,
See ya.
why not? I mean, you really don't want nobody there that don't want to be there.
Exactly. That's exactly right. That's the attitude I'm having now.
Well, you need to do that, but
I'm gonna sit back and see what happens. Because at the end of the day, we're still gonna have a lot of good players there.
yeah,
And still have a chance to get
to the
players
playoffs. And,
back in there from other teams after spring.
Yeah.
So
now
let's step back and see what's going to happen.
Well, and he knows how to play the portal game. The new coach does. So that's what got. Well, I mean,
he was in the national championship game with 2 and 3 stars, or 3 and 4 stars.
Yeah, that tells you what does that tell you? He knows how to coach.
He knows how to. He has a good coaching staff, and he knows how to coach.
Now Kerry thinks we got the best coaching staff in the country. From a coaching
after all this is said and done, I think we do.
Yeah.
I know we got an improvement because last year's staff wasn't near this good.
Yeah. Well, big man, we're about out of time, but I want to thank you for that's an interesting point. Raise the number of players each team has on can have back in the day. I like that idea, John. But anyway, we're about out of time, but I want to thank you for being on here today.
No problem, Big C. I hope you have a great weekend. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, you too. Thank you, sir. See ya. Okay, he hung up. All right, y'all have a great weekend. Y'all stay warm. And Wednesday, tomorrow and Sunday might be really, really cold down here again. I'm not for cold weather like this. But anyway, y'all have a great weekend, and we'll talk to y'all on Monday. Bye-bye.